Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is I'm going to be going over some of the best bots that you guys can use in 2021 to cop like a pro that are kind of under $2,000. I've done this video before, like this version of it, but I haven't really put a range on it. So for this one I'm kind of putting, some mid-range, mid-tier bots that I think are fairly decent that can help you guys cop kind of over different ranges and different foot sites and all that, depending on even where you are. I have some ones that work in EU, US, so hopefully this video will be helpful. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you want more content like this, again, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe below and also drop a like. I'd really appreciate that. Again, the goal on this video is 200 likes, so if we could hit that goal, it's like what I go for every video, but I'd appreciate if we could do that. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say, other than if you haven't joined my Discord down below, you definitely missing out, because we have a good time there, and I'm gonna start getting active on there again. I promise. I'm just again getting settled into college and all that this week, but I've gotten pretty settled so far this week, so we're gonna be getting everything back to normal. So I hope you guys will enjoy. Let's go. Alright, so as you guys can see, I am here with the screen recording, and as I usually do with every video, here are my Instagram. So if you want to go check them out down below, it's just my personal one I got on the screen, but I do have a resale one there. I will eventually be posting a bunch of shoes there. I've been getting a bunch of sneaker investments again. Eventually I'm going to sell them and post them there, but you guys can just go stay on that page because I've already posted a bunch of other stuff too that I just usually sell. But let's just get into the video. So the first bot I really want to discuss that I think is really good for kind of the EU region. It's really good for EU foot sites, but I think it works kind of everywhere, but it's really one that's specific best for the the European region. So I'd like to say Flare, AIO. These guys, again, you probably will not be able to get them for the 199. I think that is pounds or euros. I don't really want to mess it up right there, but it's right there, and you guys can see you're not going to be able to get it for that retail price. This one right now, if you go look what it's selling for, some people are selling lifetime versions for like 2K, monthly for like 1,000. Like here you can go up and scroll up, and I think see like Flare lifetime 2,000, and like people got the raffle version. So you see people are looking to sell this one right for around under that 2K range. And again, I want to go back to the info on this one to kind of explain. It does work on Windows only, if I'm correct right here, but that's no big deal really, since it is only Windows. You can just go, if you're on a Mac, just download a Windows downloader, and then it'll be able to transfer it over. So it's no big deal really. But if you're in the kind of EU region, European region, you don't have a Mac, you have something that's Windows, and you need a bot that really hits on those European foot sites a lot. This one, again, you see it's got like 43 Einhall, but I think that's one that's in Germany. JD Sports, ADV Loud, like it has all these ones, Hibbit, like all these ones that really are going to be needed that are kind of European foot sites, and it can definitely hit on these ones because I've heard it's probably one of the better, if not the best, foot site bot for European region. So I'm a really big fan of this one, personally, seeing that it is, again, because I know a lot of people have been asking me, Tristan, a lot of the bots you mentioned only work in kind of US region. Do you have one do you mind mentioning that would work kind of in the European region? And this is one that you can buy. You can't rent Flare. It's not possible. Shout out Tidal for the info right here. And I do want to point out some other stuff though when discussing some bots. So let's say you were looking to kind of save a little bit of money on some bots. You don't want to pay the full price for them, and maybe you just want to start off by getting into bots through renting them. One place that you guys can actually rent bots, a really good place for this, and rent a huge variety of bots that you guys can see on my screen right here. I mean, there's so many different bots that they got, is Tidal Marketplace, and I want to give a huge shout out to them. I'll link like their Instagram and stuff down below too, since like I think something with their Twitter happened, but I'll just link this down below too. But basically what Tidal Marketplace is, they are this group chat, basically a Discord group chat that allows you guys to buy, sell, trade, and rent bots. And it's a really great thing because they have like these middleman services in the group chat that actually make sure that you don't get scammed, and like that everyone you're buying, selling, and trading or renting from is legit. And it's a really great thing, and I just want to encourage you guys to go join this Discord group chat down below, because it's free to join the Discord, but to use any of the services like buying, selling, all that, and like the middleman services, that does cost money. So if you guys want to buy a membership, then you guys can buy a membership, so you guys can buy, sell, and trade and rent bots in this Discord group chat right here. And how you guys would do that, again, is you guys would just go to the link in the description right there, and it's $10 every 3 months. But if you use my discount code Tristan Wick, then it's only $5 every 3 months. So I got you all with that little 50% off if you want to go check that out. But yeah, basically, let's say I was just interested in obviously you can't rent Flare, but let's say I wanted to rent Balco, because I'm pretty sure you can rent Balco bots. So what I would do is just go right here to the ticket submission, and I was like, all right, bet I'm trying to rent Balco from somebody. So you can see I already had new NSB, but I would just literally type right here, I'd just do dash new and then Balco, and then I'd hit return, and then basically they'd be like, yo, who are you doing the deal with? And then they they would just make sure that the other person, you know, they would go check them, and then we'd both, you know, all be in the chat together, and then, you know, they would legit check the other person's bot, you know, whatever you're doing, buying, selling, trading, and then you send the money, whatever. Middleman's just there to make sure you're safe. So that's basically what Tidal does, and I want to give a huge shout out to them. So yeah, aside from Tidal, the first bot right there, Flare AIO, it is a very good one. Kind of, again, if you're in the European region, there's other ones for the US that are better, obviously, but this one, again, is just kind of one for my EU boys. For those of you that I've left starving with no bots mentioned, really, this is one that you guys can find under 2K that is consistent and probably best for foot sites out there, so check it out. But aside from Flare.io, another one that I really want to recommend that I know. All right, and next up, I'm kind of hopping back into the video right here, but I want to bring you guys 2 more great recommendations. I really feel like I was gonna forget to mention these, but I don't want to actually forget to mention these because these are very important bots. But right here, Hiya, this is kind of an up-and-coming bot that is actually fairly nice to what I know, and to my knowledge, it's actually fairly, you know, recent, actually been developed, and now it's kind of going already. You can see it retail for $250, but obviously it's been fairly successful because now this one's kind of going for like $2,200 on a lot of them. It's kind of what they're selling for. Some are at $1,800, $2K. That's kind of what I've been seeing when I've been going through these and looking at what they're selling for. And this one is not one that you can rent. You can go look at the information for it. It's not a bot that you can rent. So this one isn't one that you could rent in Tidal Marketplace, but it is one you could buy there, and you could use the services there with that. And also, don't forget, this one works on 2 platforms, so Windows and Mac. So that's very useful. You won't have to get like a Windows downloader or something for this, which just makes stuff a lot easier. Honestly, I'm very happy about that, and it works pretty much, you know, in all those foot sites. So, you know, Easy Supply, and you know, again, like those foot sites like Foot Locker, Hibbett, Eastbay. Let me try and think of some other ones off the top of my head. I just named some 3 right there, but you know, those are some basic ones that this one would work on, and like some other places too. The Easy Supply one, I think that one's especially useful because, you know, I think Easy, there hasn't been a lot said about what they're doing in 2021, but I think they're going to be having some good releases coming up, and of course, you already know Jordan is coming up with so much heat in 2021, so it's going to be useful to have something like a bot. So this one, again, is kind of a new and upcoming one, and it's going for right around 2,200, right around 2K, so pretty good one, and you could go check it out. So Hiya is kind of one of the newer and upcoming ones. And another bot recommendation I have that is also very good, this one is kind of one of the best, probably the best for Shopify, I'd say, those Shopify sites. So, you know, a lot of shoes do end up dropping there on the Shopify site, so this one would be useful to cop. And Balco bot, so basically, if you guys can see right here, their normal retail is like $360, but and you know, they work on all those platforms. This is one that I've mentioned. I don't know if I've mentioned this one in the video before, but I've mentioned this one as an example, at least before. I know that, and this one is very useful because it works even on like the Off-White website. So I mean, if you need a bot that consistently works all around at most places, then Balco is one that is pretty good. And this one, again, is kind of at that $2,000 range. You see some people are selling it for like $2,700, $2,500, but some people are, you know, willing to sell it for around 2K. You see there's like some yearly versions going there. And just kind of going back into the info again, well, actually, before I discuss this again, you see people also renting it too. So if you're just trying to figure out like how to use this bot at first, you don't know how to use it, you can go maybe rent it for a month and, you know, look at guides and how to set it up so you can get like the basics. And you know, I would say it would be really useful to learn how to use a bot. I'm going to be trying to learn how to use a bot before March because there are so many releases coming around, you know, March and April, and I'm definitely going to want to know how to bot around then so I can cop a lot of those. But Balco bot, again, is another one really good on those Shopify sites. Probably the best one in this range for Shopify. And you know, if you also need, even if there's like an Off-White, you know, release coming up, again, I've heard of the Off-White 20 release coming soon, so you know, Off-White website might be something to check out. But those are 2 more I want to mention. Let's get to the rest though. It's gone up a lot in value. This used to be a more affordable and cheaper bot actually, but that is just not the case anymore. So Soul AIO, as you guys can see, again, you're not going to be able to get this one for retail really, unless, you know, they restock more copies, but I haven't heard anything about that recently. And if you go look at what people are selling it for, it's right around 1,700, a lot of 1.7K, 1,800, like that's kind of the range. So really that $1,700, $1,800 range is what people are paying for Soul. This one used to be like 1,500, it used to be like 500. It's really just continued to go up because the developers for this one are very, very good. And kind of spinning some basic info on this one, it really works on all those places, all foot sites, US and EU. I'm pretty sure this one works in the EU, but it might just be better in the US. What I know at least is that Flare is probably one that I would recommend, since that one is specifically, I know, better for the EU, and these ones again are kind of both around the same price. Kind of looking into this one again, it works in Shopify, Adidas, Yeezy Supply. So, you know, if there's a good Yeezy drop, you could definitely clear out a lot of pairs of Yeezys. And this one again is Windows only too. But again, if you're on the Mac, just get a Windows downloader and you'll be straight. You'll be able to do it. And it's one that's, again, you can also rent this one out, I'm pretty sure. So if you again are just trying to get started out, you don't want to actually buy like a full copy at first. You're just trying to kind of figure out the basics. Maybe you just want to rent one. There is people that are renting out Soul, you know, monthly and weekly. I'm pretty sure, like, you can see people got different prices. So if you want to rent it for $20 a day, you know, this this guy doing it right here. And if you're interested in, again, renting a bot from somebody for, like, let's say for the whole rest of January, see this dude's doing it for the rest of January, I would then just go to the ticket submission, like in Tidal, once I bought the membership, and then I'd be like, yo, this dude's doing a deal like with me, and then they would make sure that it's all legit right there. So it's really great. I love how the middleman services work, and that's just me pointing it out again. But really just want to say Sol AIO again is another one kind of under 2K that works in all those foot sites. It's pretty consistent. Really with any of these bots, I know most people get confused with setting them up, or they're like, yo, this is difficult to set up. How can I have less trouble doing that? And really my best recommendation is there are so many guides on YouTube, like actually full breakdowns of bots and like showing you how you can actually set up a bot. So my recommendation is just go do some research and figure out how you guys can set up the bot, because there's plenty of different resources out there. And I personally want to look in to Sol AIO, because I'm very interested in this one actually for myself and like getting into botting. But I know I might look into some other beginner ones before that. But Sol AIO, again, another one that's good. Don't want to keep repeating the name. And finally, another one I want to mention. This one I know some people might be like, well, T, there's some better ones, but this is one I want to mention that's kind of good for Supreme. And as you guys know, the next Supreme season is coming up, so this one is kind of, I guess, on a price. It's a little bit lower right now, and it's very consistent for Supreme. Velox. So this bot again, I pronounced it kind of interesting right there, but Velox basically, if you go look at it, it's like 1100 right now, like right around like 1050, 1100. You go look at what they're selling it for. It's really, a lot of people are right now selling it at 1100. So it is fairly, it's actually more towards 1,000 more than it is under 2K really. So I don't even know. People are like probably gonna be like, T, why are you putting this one in the video? This one's way under 2K, but it is over 1,000. So I guess that's why I'm putting it under 2K for this video. But aside from discussing the pricing of this one again, I'm pretty sure it's gonna specifically mention, yeah, it works on Supreme, and that's what I best know it for really. So if you're looking for a good like Supreme bot for the upcoming season, I'm just gonna say Velox has killer developers for Supreme. They just released, I'm pretty sure, 5.02 for Velox, or that released sometime in the past, not too long ago. So knowing that they have a new bot out there for Supreme, I see good things happening with them in the future. And this one again is one that you can rent this one out. Yeah, my bad. So again, if you're just trying to get started out, Velox again has a bot that you can rent out. And I also want to point this out too with Flare AIO. Kind of going back to that for a second, if you purchase it, I'm pretty sure they have a mobile app too, which is like pretty crazy, so you can like cop on the go. So that's just another thing I want to point out about Flare. I'm pretty sure they have a mobile app. I don't want to missleep. I'm pretty sure they have something about that. I don't know if it'll come with it when you're buying it from somebody. You probably have to ask specifically if they have that version or how it would work, but I'm pretty sure Flare has an iOS bot too. But going back to Velox again, you could rent this one fairly well. Like, see, this is a good deal, like $500 to rent it until July 1st, pretty much for the whole season right there, which I think is pretty dope. So you see people are kind of throwing deals on it differently, or different deals on their bots. So I think it's pretty cool. And again, Velox is just one. I haven't really heard too much about it hitting on Yeezy drops or foot sites, but I just really know it for Supreme. So just wanted to mention this one because of that. So that's really all I have to say. Those are some bots that are under 2K right there that I think are really good, that you can really help you guys cop. There's probably some other ones out there, so let me know if I missed out on any mention that I've forgot to mention in this video. But those are just some ones I know right now that I feel like are going to be good for what's coming up, at least. A lot of foot site drops in Supreme. So that's all I gotta say. I'm Tristan. Let's roll the outro. Anyways, if you guys want more content like this, we're just chilling in the dorm right now, so I will be eventually getting into some like bot guides and breakdowns, because I just haven't done that really recently, or I haven't really done any. I just need to purchase a bot first, but don't worry about that, because I will be doing that soon. I'm just going to be kind of looking into one that's going to be good for my price range specifically. But yeah, again, subscribe and like more content like this. The goal is 200 likes, so I'd appreciate if you could hit that. And don't forget, Instagrams and all that are down below in the description. So if you want to go check that out, then feel free. And it's all down below with the Discord, everything. So I don't want to keep mentioning it. If you want to check it out, it's down there. And huge shout out to my boys at Tidal too. But your boy has some homework, so he's going to go do it. It's got a list, but I'm out. Peace.